the green flag to restart the Aaron's 499 at Talladega. Single file restart. 26 of the 43 starters are on track to take the restart green flag. Kevin Harvick, Michael Waltrip, Jimmy Johnson, after pit stops and repairs, they lead the pack as they come down the back straightaway. Goodyear engineers had a look at the tire that went down on Ryan Newman's car and report that there was evidence of that tire suffering a cut. It was not a blowout. It was a cut tire that caused the crash in turn 1 that involved 27 cars. And when that wheel and tire went over the fence, that is a non-spectator area. The wheel landed harmlessly at the bottom of the banking. NASCAR officials have retrieved it. Nobody hurt.
This is the thing that always amazes me about the drivers. I just saw what happened down there. They go right back to it, 3, 4 wide, racing, pushing, bumping, just like nothing ever happened.
Our pole sitter, Jeremy Mayfield, had fallen to 16th. Now he's dropped back to 19th. Dick Berggren.
He came in for a pit stop under that caution flag, Mike. They put 4 tires and fuel in it. His car owner, Ray Evernham, told Mayfield it's all about momentum and urged him to exercise patience. The 97 of Kurt Busch is supposed to be sticking with him.
Dick, one reason I think that Jeremy Mayfield elected to pit, we talked about this in the beginning of the race, especially the Dodges. They're just not getting that good of fuel mileage. By them coming in there on those caution laps, that gives them a little bit of a cushion to make this on 4 stops. And Darrell, with as fewer cars as out there now, we could have some long green runs now.
Oh, yeah. The strategy has changed dramatically based on what happened.
Kevin Harvick, your leader, who had such a strong run in the Daytona 500. Here's Steve Burns.
And Rusty Wallace here. Now, Rusty, you are parked right next to your teammate Ryan Newman. Have you looked at the tire?
Yeah, I looked at it. It looks like he went into turn 1. The car got real sideways up off of turn 4 with him when he got down into 1, and it blew the left rear tire rod off it, run over a piece of debris, and when it turned sideways, it took the whole field with him. But nothing to do with Talladega racing. It's just one of those racing accidents. When the tire went down, that was the problem.
Can you get back in, Rusty?
Yeah, we're patching them back together right now. I think it's a big race in the garage area to who can get back out and get a couple points, because what is there, 20 of us inside here, I think, right now.
All right, thanks, Rusty. Let's go to Jeannie.
With Kenny Schrader, and on the subject of tires, I think you have one here that you probably should not use anymore, sir.
Got a lot of parts that we probably won't use again anymore, but just hate to see it. You know, we thought we'd make it through, but you got that option when you start in the back, but wasn't a whole lot we could do. Everybody's okay, at least.
Absolutely glad to see that. Matt?
Well, the 8 car of Dale Earnhardt Jr. made 7 stops. Tony Eury Jr., what's the state of the race car now?
It should be pretty good now. I mean, we just busted the metal to the fiberglass nose apart there, and we put a piece of aluminum over it to take care of that. But I think we just want to make sure all the wheels were in a line, make sure everything was perfect, because the aerodynamic is so much here, and we're planning on leading this thing here in a couple laps, so we just want to make sure it would be able to lead there. Should be good.
The crowd comes to their feet as Junior moves to the outside, alongside and past Tony Stewart, and trying to move toward the front.
Darrell, I think that car is okay. He pretty much made that pass without any help.
He just amazes me, though, the car does, that he just pulls out and passes people at will.
I'm going to tell you what, I want to give a call to that guy up there in the 5th place right now. Tony Raines' 74 car. He started dead last. He did have the fastest lap in practice yesterday, but I mean, he dodged the big wreck. He was far enough back that he was able to get through it. See that race car, no sponsorship. These guys need a good run here today.
Yeah, Mr. Bumgardner he's putting that whole thing right up his own pocket, and of course Larry Carter, you know, used to be my crew chief, and they're running pretty darn good down here this weekend.
Seems every time there's a big one at Talladega, there's a Cinderella story. Last year in the Busch race, Tim Fedua didn't have a car to run to the finish, but after the big wreck happened, they stayed out and finished 3rd. Had a great race.
As unlucky as Dale Jr. was at Daytona, where he had a mechanical problem that kept him probably from winning or a shot at winning a Daytona 500, here he has an engine problem, has to go to the rear of the field. That could have saved him from being in the middle of that big wreck down there.
Good point, because he would have started, what, 15th or so, and would have been right in the middle of it. As you ride with Robbie Gordon, time for our Singular Wireless Virtual Crew Chief question. You can vote now from your Singular Wireless phone by sending text message FOX, F-O-X, to phone number 191, or visit foxsports.com to vote online.
you just think about it. When there were 43 cars out there, the track seemed like it was awfully crowded. Now it's just a little small group of guys having a Sunday afternoon race here.
There are 26 cars on track. 4 cars have been withdrawn from the race. Ryan Newman, Johnny Benson, Ricky Rudd, and Hermie Sadler. The rest of those cars are still in the garage area under repair.
I tell you what, that's a pretty good group that's got together there on the top side. And Kenny Wallace saw that group coming in the 23 car. He moved up to the high side, but he has Sterling Marlin in the 40, Joe Nemechek in the 25, and Dale Earnhardt Jr. in that 8 car, and they are coming now.
Yeah, you know, even yesterday we saw some cars with damage. Now, if you bang the sides in and you don't hurt the nose or the tail, that's a good thing. You get those sides pushed in out of the way. It just creates less drag. So you can take a damaged car, especially running in a draft, and still run just fine.
Let's see Greg Biffle in the 16 car. We know he was involved in that wreck. He's moving forward like his car was at the beginning of the race. No damage whatsoever.
Here comes Michael for the lead. Kevin Harvick is going to surrender the lead. Michael Waltrip puts his nose out front.
And he had, you know, yesterday Michael was just in front of that big wreck. They went right across the back behind his car. And today he missed it again. So he's been to the luck bank.
Has no help back to 2. He got
Kenny
the 23
Wallace, the 23.
And right now, Kevin Harvick, the 29 car, Darrell, you call it the sucker hole. He's in the middle with no help.
Boy, it feels good. Man, you jump out there, you say, man, look at this. I'm going to pass everybody. Raw.
Dale Jr. on the move, pulling up alongside Kenny Wallace, and here comes Greg Biffle with him.
I mean, Dale Earnhardt Jr. has moved from last after that engine change to 3rd in 20 laps, plus went through a wreck and 11 pit stops. I think that old race car's pretty good, Darrell.
Yeah, he's just sitting there. He may follow these guys for a lap or 2, but I doubt it.
2 of the damaged cars have returned to the racetrack, John Andretti and Dave Blaney. But there are still 16 cars in the garage.